Hillary Clinton wants to have them come in by the hundreds of thousands. Just remember, this has nothing to do with politics, folks. This is a whole different level. This has to do with pure, raw stupidity, okay?
Another friend said, how do you do that? How do you speak and you don't even have notes, or you don't even look down at your notes when you have, and you don't have a teleprompter, right? You don't have a teleprompter. No. And teleprompters are all right for certain types of speeches. You know, when you have a serious policy speech, I guess it's okay, but you don't have a teleprompter. Did you ever see Hillary Clinton? If she speaks in front of 24 people, she's got the teleprompter. So, ladies and gentlemen of Jacksonville, thank you. This is crooked Hillary Clinton. I'm going to rob you blind. I'm going to rob you blind.
Well, you have to say, you know, a Trump rally is the safest place in our country to be, believe me. Believe me. Right? The safest. But if we keep going the way it is, our whole country's becoming different. They're shooting our police at record levels. You saw where I said in my speech, 50% higher. And then they went out and they looked.
With, right? The purple line. The purple. And an amazing man. And he said, Mr. Trump, I want you to have this. I said, but is it yours or is it a duplicate or you're not giving me? He said, I want you to have it. You're the one to lead this country. I want you to have this. And Lieutenant Colonel, he's a Lieutenant Colonel, an amazing guy. And I took it and I said, I can't believe this. It's really one of the most beautiful things that I've ever received. And from the heart, so much from the heart. So much from the heart. And then the next day I see where the media is saying, it's a replica, it's yours, it's that. And it turned out his son was with him. He was a wonderful young guy, and his son was with him. And his son called, and he was absolutely so upset that those things were said, false stories, that they were said. And actually, ABC, Tom Lamas is probably back here someplace, but he covered it very nicely. And he spoke, and they talked about it. And it actually was his heart. I mean, you know.
So I wrote a little thing down that I thought I'd have, because in light of the $400 million that just got ripped away from our country, all right? And, you know, the real number, you look at it, $150 billion, we got nothing. We got nothing. And they think they probably paid the $400 million for the hostages, which is even worse. And now, since then, I don't know if you know, we have 2 more hostages right now. Why wouldn't they? We have 2 more hostages right now. Were fairly recently grabbed, and they're in Iran. And I guess, what are we going to do with that one, right? So they do $400 million, gets flown at night into Iran. I think it's so sad and so disgusting. And you also wonder about a government, who can approve a thing like that? Would they take cash into a country and just hand it to them?
But we have a problem with the media. CNN's New Day, and I'm not just talking about CNN, they're all bad. Honestly, they're all bad. I don't know what it is. Is it like inferiority complex? They are so bad. It's other things. It's other things. I actually pretty much know. CNN's New Day covered anti-Trump stories 200 times more than the Iran story today, according to the Media Research Center, which is respected, I think.
They say nuclear weapons. They'll have nuclear weapons much faster because of that deal than they would have had them otherwise. And now they can buy them. with all the money they're getting. They can buy them. What do they have to do them? They can buy them. They'll have nuclear weapons. Believe me, I've called a lot of shots right, mostly. Believe me, mostly I've called them just about all right, including not going into Iraq in the first place and destabilizing the Middle East.
The people of this country are so incredible. Now what we need is leadership.
Hillary Clinton, furthermore, can never be trusted with national security. Can't. In fact, we're both supposed to be briefed in the not-too-distant future, and I'm saying, you can't brief her. You can't brief her.
We're going to build a wall, folks, believe me. It's taller and taller every year, doesn't it? Taller and taller. And I won't put you through the exercise. I'll tell you myself, Mexico is going to pay for the wall.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Sort of rude, you know, when you think of it. And what are we looking for? We want strong military, we want jobs, we want good education, health care, right? We're all like looking for the first. We're looking for the same thing, sort of. You want to have a good life. You want to have a good life. You want safety. And then we have people interrupting constantly. But actually, it hasn't been happening much. It's happening a little bit today, but it hasn't been happening much. I sort of miss my protesters.
I'd have people come up to me, good people, politicians, they come up to me, you don't really mean, you know, after the debate, they say, you don't really mean we're going to build a wall, do you? I said, yeah. And they'd say, how do you do that? Well, we could start with precast plank. I'm so good at building. I'm so good at building. You know, we're building the old post office on Pennsylvania Avenue, right? We're 1 year, and we're actually more than that, but that's okay. We're 1 year ahead of schedule, significantly under budget, and the deal is a much more beautiful deal than we even envisioned. Higher quality materials, marbles.
I guarantee you this. If Obama had it to do again, he would have never picked her, never as Secretary of State, because he has gotten into such trouble with the decisions that she probably made or convinced him to make that it's...
Hey, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more.
Bill Clinton signed NAFTA. Bill Clinton signed it. And Hillary Clinton wants it. Think of that. Hillary Clinton's disastrous trade